Hey everybody, welcome back to AotP. We've been on it. We've been on that grind, man. Leveling up food, like I said, leveling up some chance. We got Outlaw Monk 4-star. I don't think we had done that in the last video. And we've been gear farming. And dude, I've been in Dragons 5. I've been gear farming in Dragons 5. Dragons 5 has been dropping the most ridiculous gear. It has been treating me so well, man. I'm just gonna show you guys what I've been getting in this dungeon. I've deliberately left it all in new so that I could show you what I'm talking about here. Some of this I bought from the shop too. The shop is also being way generous. It feels like every time it refreshes, I have to buy half the stuff in it. Skill ups for champs, solid 4-star gear. So look at this stuff. 4-star accuracy shield with accuracy in the subs, HP armor. We got some decent 4-star gear here. Got some crit rate lifesteal gloves. I think this came from campaign. I was farming campaign. We've got a little bit of toxic gear that looks all right. We got some nice speed boots. We're getting some nice frost gear. Look at this. I've been joking. I'm gonna drop down to Dragons 5 on my main. Solid stock, like it's insane. I'm probably keeping 70 to 75% of what drops in Dragons 5 right now. Like it is absolutely crazy. So pretty soon we're gonna be able to come in and rework some champs. I need more speed gear. Speed gear is gonna be pretty important right now. Let's pop in and do a little bit of clan boss. Haven't done my clan boss today. We're gonna do easy. This is the team I've been running with for now. Outlaw Monk's not quite ready to hop in yet. But I don't know if this team's going to do it again, but they did 1 million in one key. Yesterday, I think it was. They put up some damage. And then they were doing like 600-ish thousand a key on normal. I only did 1 key, I think, but 500 or 600,000. But yeah, they're starting to put up a little bit of damage. So, I'm going to try to remember. I always want to check who did what damage at the end of a run, and I always forget to do it. I'm going to try to remember to do it this time and see. I'm curious to know what kind of damage Arminger's doing, because he does have that max HP skill. So I'm going to try to remember. But yeah, if we need a little bit of a better support. I don't think War Priest is the support we need for that. I think Valerie's going to do a much better job than War Priest is. So when we get a little bit better support in here, and then find out who's not doing, you know, we'll work on who's doing the least damage and rearrange the team a little bit to squeeze Outlaw Monk in here, because for sure we got to bring him in. But I'm very interested to see what kind of damage Arminger's doing. And if we get a Hyria, we'll put her in for him, because she's nice. He's like super baby Longbeard, right? Like baby goatee. We'll call him goatee. And then Hyria's kind of got like, you know, she's like preteen long beard. little peach fuzz here. Something stupid like that. But they're nice, especially in teams that have like attack breaks on the first skill, poisons on the first skill, stuff like that. They're going to be real helpful. So I'm keeping fingers crossed that we pull a Hyria at some point, because I've been wanting to play around with her in Clan Boss. So we've got some things we'd like to change on this team for sure, but I'm interested to know what Arminger's doing here. Boy, taking that hit. And then I do want to see if we can push a little bit further in the dungeons. I feel like we can probably get another stage or 2 up in Dragons. I'm not real interested in playing around in Spiders just yet. I don't think we're going to get too much further in campaign, but I think we can bump a couple of levels up. Oh, and maybe we'll jump into Minotaur. I do want to jump into Minotaur and start getting that started. I do want to go ahead and knock out White Scrolls for some people. So we'll get our Minotaur team in order, just so that I'm able to go in and do it off camera. And, you know, that accuracy bump for some people is going to be great. The crit damage bump is going to be great for some people. Just finishing those first 2 tiers can be pretty meaningful to these champs, especially at this point where everything is so low. You know, any good bump is going to help. So Minotaur, pushing a little bit deeper in Dragons, and getting the Minotaur grind started, I think is what we're going to do today. So yeah, 800k. and it's not like now he only did 56,000. Kale's by far where all our damage is coming from. He did. I mean, he's got nothing yet. He's got no gear, nothing interesting going on yet. So I don't expect a ton out of him. But let me make sure I'm not crazy real quick, or that I'm not making it up. I swear he does max HP damage. Yeah, he does. Okay. We'll play around with it. We'll get him critting. You know, it's going to take a little bit, but we'll get him critting and stuff. So let's take a look. First in Dragons. Let's just see if these guys can do a deeper stage. I've been wanting to try it, but like I said, I'm going to try real hard not to push further into the game without you guys seeing it. Because if I encounter a problem and I need to make adjustments or something, I think one of the points of this whole thing is for you guys to see me make the adjustments, to see the thought process, to see the changes. So I don't want to do a lot of that off camera. But it would be cool if we... I think 7 is where it turns into 3 to 5-star gear, if I'm not mistaken. So if we could get to 7, that would be nice. If we could start getting some 5-star gear to drop. I've never been a coffee drinker. I'm 33 years old. Never been a coffee drinker. Started keto like 3 weeks ago. And one of the things on my meal plan is called bulletproof coffee. So you take like grass-fed butter, coconut oil, cinnamon, blend it up, and then you can put like Truvia in it for sweetener. I've been drinking that every morning. And I think I'm turning into a coffee guy. And I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Something about me, there's something about not being a coffee drinker that I always liked. But I'm starting to enjoy it for sure. Damn it. There was some stuff I liked. I always liked French vanilla cappuccino. I could go to Starbucks and get like a vanilla bean frap with a bunch of caramel, but we're talking once a year maybe. You know what I mean? Stuff that was coffee flavored I never really liked. Now I think I'm starting to like it. Next thing you know, I'll start liking wine. I've had maybe 2 wines that I've liked in my whole life. And one of them was in France, from a vineyard. I don't understand how people love wine the way they do. It's so gross to me. I hate it. And they're like, because I like sweet drinks. I like my girly, sweet drinks. If I'm not drinking like, you know, rum and coke or whatever my usual casual go-tos are. If I'm out drinking, I like my sweet, girly drinks. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it's got pretty little umbrellas and stuff in it. I want my sweet drinks. And so when people have wine, I'm like, is it sweet? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, sweet in the wine world is not the same thing as sweet in the real world. Don't tell me it's sweet. You liar. I want it to be sweet like juice. I want it to taste like Kool-Aid. So yeah, could we get any less relevant to raid? I don't know, man. I figured I'd ramble for a minute. Let you guys into my world for a second. I think they're gonna be able to do this. Now 8, I'm not sure, but I'm content with 7. Like I said, if we can do 7, I guess we'll try 8 if we beat this. But seems like 7's gonna be doable and maybe pretty safe. Depends on how bad this hit hurts. How bad this hit hurts. That's right. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. I don't see why we need to bother trying 8. If 7 is what I think it is, if 7 is 3 to 5-star gear, we'll stay at 7. I'm cool with that. The earlier stages of the dungeons definitely treat you a little better than I thought they would. I did not expect the quality of the gear I've been getting from them. So for anybody that is earlier in the game, don't feel like you have to be stuck in that campaign. You can hop over in Dragons 5 and get some decent stuff. I'll hang on to them. They could be a filler. All right, let's check this real quick. 7 is 3 to 5. All right, yeah, we can live in 7. 2-minute runs on 7. That'll be fine. Still spending 10 energy a run. I don't want to jump up to spending more energy yet. 7's good. That's the sweet spot. We can chill in 7 for a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the Minotaur thing started. So Kale for sure. I think Fireblade for sure. I would like Outlaw Monk in the mix here. Who else? Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I'm just thinking of Clan Boss team because I'm enjoying Crusader, but maybe he's not doing enough. Maybe he's not doing enough to justify being there. So Armiger maybe for now for the max HP. We'll work on the crit rate and stuff. I'm gonna try to get a Valerie for the support, so I'm not gonna get started on her just yet. So now we just need someone else we can throw in for the hell of it. And I think that's going to be... Let's go ahead. Let's let him come along. Shield Guard or Crusader? Crusader I'm using a lot. Shield Guard I want to start using. Let's go ahead and get started on Shield Guard. I think that's a reasonable move. Let's see how far these guys can get. I'm thinking maybe... Actually, I don't remember how hard the early... I don't remember how quick this ramps up. I would think it's going to be comparable to Dragons, though. If we can get to at least 5, maybe that'll be decent enough. Get him, Armiger. I'm going to make a star out of you. Outlaw Monk, such a little beast, dude. I think I have 0 gear on him right now, too. I think he's literally wearing no gear. Because I started to gear him up with lifesteal, and then I was like, lifesteal's not going to do him any good until his masteries are done. So I'm going to have to go a different route on the way through the masteries. Probably just tanky. Fast, tanky, accurate. We're not interested in him doing damage from attacks. We just want him to stay alive for as long as possible. We want him to land as many poisons as possible, and we want him to get as many turns as possible. So tanky, speedy, accurate is all we are concerned about. No crit rate, crit damage, no attack stats, none of that. So not really too demanding, going to be pretty easy to build, and very, very effective in Clan Boss. Very effective in Clan Boss. Fireblade also is another one I think a lot of people don't know about. I did mention her in a video a long time ago, but you know, she's decent. She's got poisons and an attack break in her kit. It's not the better attack break, but it's an attack break, and you got to use what's at your disposal depending on where you're at and what it is you're trying to do. So Fireblade I think is an excellent candidate for the team. Kale, of course, plenty of poisons he's bringing to the fight. And then the other slots are ones we get to play around with a little bit. I do think Valerie is going to fit in quite nicely. And then that last spot, we have some stuff we can try. Do want to see what Armiger is capable of. If I get a Hyria, we will put her in the mix immediately. Which I'm thinking maybe with this event that just dropped. What's this, 3? With this event that just dropped, maybe... Because I know you guys want me to pop these shards. So I probably won't pop the Sacred. I would like to save the Sacreds and do them in a big session later down the line. But maybe with this event coming up, the Champion Chase or whatever, maybe we'll pop some shards just cause. Get some of the rewards. Maybe get lucky and get some of the fusion food. We're probably not gonna get the fusion. Part of me wanted to, let me clear that up, because I know based on what I'm doing with this account, that probably sounds way out of context or weird. I considered trying to participate in the fusion event just to see what a free-to-play account at this level would be capable of. I considered it for a second, and then I thought, no, that's not reasonable. It's going to be a big waste of resources and time, and even if I got him, I'm not using him. That's not the point. So we're not going to do it, but I was curious just to see, because I did just put up a video on the event giving my thoughts on it, and I'm optimistic about it. I think some good changes seem to have been made. how things look as they're released during this fusion event. How these events look remains to be seen. I'm not going to talk too much about it here because I did do a whole separate video on it where I think I rambled a little bit there too. But we're just going to ignore it on this account. So if I do the shards during that summon event, it'll just be to get some of the earlier rewards. Maybe there's some energy or something good in there. You know, we're not really going to be paying attention. I am going to be trying to do it on my main account, free to play. I'm not going to buy gems. I'm not going to spend any money on it. I want to see if it's capable free to play. I think right now I'm up to like 900 something gems, which I think is pretty reasonable, even if I decided to burn through those gems for energy refills. We're going to see if it can be done free to play. I'm interested, but they seem to. I'm done talking about it. I did a whole video on it. Go watch that video if you want to know what I think about it. But anyway, playing around with the clan boss team. Now we breezed through that a little bit easier than I thought we would. So let's just see. Maybe we can do 7. I feel like dragons and minotaur is not that hard. I feel like you can do it with a wider array of teams than the others. So maybe we can get up to 7. We'll see. I feel like any second now he's gonna just smack us and it's gonna be over. But I mean, if he does, I can gear up Outlaw Monk. That might help. I think Shield Guard. If Shield Guard's wearing anything, it's really bad. I think the only people in here that have decent gear is Kale. I think everybody else is wearing really crappy 2-star sets and stuff. So we are going to rework. I know a couple of you have expressed to me in the comments that you do want to see me gear the champs up. You want to see that process. So I'm going to farm a little bit more gear. I'm going to make sure I have room to play, and you know, we can make some at least get like 3 champs set up, at least for this point in the game. But one of the episodes coming very soon is going to be that, just us gearing up some champs, seeing how they do in the dungeons and all that fun stuff. So if this seems like it's going to be our limit right here, which is fine. We can do Minotaur 6. This is 6, right? Yeah, we can do Minotaur 6. Ugh. After farming Minotaur 15 on my main forever. So that's brutal. That's hard to look at. Okay, so we bumped up a little bit in dragons. We're going to be farming Dragon 7. We're going to be farming Minotaur 6. We will still be leveling up food and farming potions. We're kind of having to spread out our farming efforts a little bit here because we do have some things we want to do. But again, I just want to knock out the first 2 tiers on these guys. Like, we can go ahead and give Kale his crit rate. And then the next thing we'll do is probably give him accuracy. Then we just want to knock out the first couple of tiers in some of these guys. And that's what we're going to be doing. So I'll probably put out another episode in a couple of days. I do want to get some gear. Maybe next episode or the episode after will be the one where we gear up some champs. And then we'll see where we're at and go from there. So I appreciate you guys watching. That's it. Have a good one.